Alright, we should be live. That's good. Okay, move that over there, move this over here. It's another scorcher of a day on this Monday day. Oh boy, I'm having a lot of fun. Grab this, do that. Okay, where is the other? Oh, yes, that would not work, Rin. Yes, that's not how that works. Okay, grab this. It's so hot today. At least it seems like the heat's supposed to go down in the next few days. I lied. I lied so much. It's actually another 3 days of this heat, and then it breaks into like normalcy again. The weather forecast has changed overnight. Feels bad, man. But that happens, you know. It's a weather forecast. It's trying its best to tell you what's going to happen, but it's not always accurate. Because guess what? It's still just a guess when they're doing it. An educated guess, but still a guess. Alright, that's good, that's good, that's good. It's been sent, yep, okay. Okay. We got some dailies to do. And then some Wild Hunter bossing to finish. I think Wild Hunter is the only one that I have that has like true bossing left. So, at least there's that. We're gonna go do the Mystic Frontier though and get that done. I think I fell behind on Mystic Frontier because I think I forgot to do it yesterday entirely, which is bad, but it is what it is. Dawn Star Coupon. Huh. The hell do I use that on, guys? Like, what character needs that? Actually, we're at 12, so we'll be fine. Okay, 18 and 18. Which one do I like better? I think I'll take the purple one. Purple color background looks more interesting. I'll take that one, I guess. Blue pouch? Nothing? Nothing. Blue pouch it is. Oh, we did get an orange pouch, though, so if I activate that, that might be a, you know, we might get something cool out of it. Orange usually has the chance to go up to legendary and such. Oh, purple pouch. Okay, that's a good finisher off this one. I'll take that. Okay. Let's go do this one real quick. Oh yeah, my shopping for home is done too. We'll go do that real quick. Okay, we'll do the orange pouch after. Get the other ones done. I cannot wait for these to all be 30 minutes. Cannot wait. Alright. It's just a base orange one with 30 black flames. Okay, well I'm not going to be mad about that because we do need black flames for the future. Don't need that. Don't need that in there. Or I guess I could keep it on this character because it's the character that needs the black flames in a day. Well, a bit more than a day, but you know what I mean. Well, either way, that is done. Yeah, so we have these three characters that we haven't run yet. We have not done the dailies on this character. Okay, let's go back to the Wild Hunter and see. Did I do any dailies? I don't think I did any dailies yet, so I gotta do all of them. Gotta get through the dailies and get that done. And the house. Let's see, do we get anything from the house? Would I like a cup of fresh juice? Well, actually, no. Fresh juice right now would be very nice. Actually, now that I think about that. Jenny, I wish you could give me that. I would gratefully accept a cup of fresh juice right now. Yeah, so we have 4 bosses to do here. We'll remember to put the healing fams on, because we do have them for this character. Which I didn't do that yesterday, and yeah, that would have definitely saved that run like 7 times over, probably. Okay, we're the correct drop rate. Yep. In we go. I got bit by a mosquito on my finger, and it is the most annoying thing in the world, man.
Still blind to the difference between... I suppose I should thank the bot. You haven't gone to trouble to destroy my...
Actually, I should probably go put my finger under cold water and see if I can, like, get rid of this problem. I'll be right back. Real quick, while I try to figure that out and refill my water, because, yeah, I need water, and it's out of water here, and, yeah, it's a bad time. So, BRB. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes. This year has been very bad for mosquitoes. It's crazy. Compared to last year where I felt like there was no mosquitoes, this year has been rough. Not much you can do about that, because apparently it happens. Some years will be good, some years will be bad. And hiccups are, as always, bad. Especially the fact that I just get one-off hiccups that just happen. Okay. Yeah, today is gonna be get some bossing done and then just be ready for tomorrow. I do need to grind a bit at some point. Probably once it gets a bit cooler in the night, I'll come and do some like 30-minute, maybe an hour of grinding to get to 60 mobs for the week because I haven't done that yet, and I want to finish that. Does it really matter that much to do it? Not really, honestly. Like, it's kind of whatever at this point, but I want to do it just because I want to get more sauna time XP. No reason if I've been doing it every time to peter out at the very end. Also gonna have to get some more completions for the check-in, not check-in, but the proc event, because I need to get to 210 to finish that off. 200 for the Magnificent Growth Potion, 210 for the cosmetic, which then gives me the medal, and then I'll be done with that. Okay, you're almost 273, which is nice. Okay, that's that done. Let's get to this. But yeah, only a few more days apparently of this heat, and then it breaks down and we go back to normal, like 16, 17s outside for where I live, and it's nice and approachable weather. And then everybody will be happier. Well, not necessarily, but you know what I mean. Everybody around me will be happier with the heat. Being a bit cooler and much more nice. Be less bad to do the lawnmower and all that stuff, because woohoo, the lawnmower has been it's kind of funny, right? Because usually where I live, like, once somebody starts lawn mowing, everybody lawn mows the day that somebody starts, usually, because it's usually the day to go. Not been true right now, I'll tell you that much. Everybody's just like, oh god, and just like figuring out their own times there. You'll have people going out at like 7 p.m. to mow because it's a little bit cooler. But then they get eaten alive by mosquitoes, so it's just like, it's a rough time. Not fun going outside to mow the lawn. At least today, I will not die to V-Hilla because of getting killed because I didn't have healing fams, thinking I didn't have them, and I was like, well, I can do it, and if I wasn't stupid, I would have done it. Or if I didn't get the, when you get to 20 seconds and you get the unfortunate time of you need a string and no string spawns for like 10 seconds and you get screwed by that, it's always a fun time. I don't know what causes Vihila to not spawn strings. Like, I've never actually fully paid attention. I wonder if they're just like, after X amount of time in the fight, she like has to reset her strings. Because it's just a continuous background effect that just has like, it loops for 3 minutes and then has like a 20-second downtime or something. That might be it actually. I've never paid attention to the time though, so I don't know. It's stuff like that that I never really pay attention to because it's not, like, it's relevant, but it's like irrelevant at the same time type of thing, you know? It's not like, it's not something you fully pay attention to of like the inner mechanism of how that mechanic exactly works. Because it just doesn't matter most of the time. Okay, do I have a random stream open right now or something? Is that what's going on? No, I don't. Okay. I've been watching a few streams in the background while streaming recently because of drops. Needed some Guild Wars 2 drops, needed some Path Exile drops, you know, the usual. I want to stream more Path Exile, but I'm playing a bunch of Maplestory stuff, and, well, you know. I'm playing Path Exile in the background. That, for like the last 3 days, I haven't really done that much, to be honest. It's just like, alright, we finished stream, it's to the fan to try and cool off the room till like 11. And then it, like, usually by that time the heat's broken because it gets cool enough in the night, and it's just like, okay, we're living life again. You guys, yesterday was pretty bad, honestly. When I said I was fried, I was literally, in the literal sense. Oh, we're done this already? Wow, okay. Alright, well, Mosspark's done. How much did I get? We were at like 66, 72? Okay, okay. We're making progression. We're making progression. Not the fastest thing in the world, but we'll get there eventually. Did I just go to the last map first? I did. Well, whatever. We'll just do reverse order for the Wild Hunter today. Why not? Yeah, because the only thing left is the extreme with the Kinesis. And then outside of the Kinesis, we have the 3 boss meals, which we'll just do that tomorrow, because, like, yeah. I think we'll do 2 sets of dailies today. We'll do the dailies, then the bossing, then another set of dailies, because it'll probably be 8 by the time I finish all that stuff. And then tomorrow we can just figure something out, I guess. Do I do the dailies game today? Because I'm really not going to have anything to do tomorrow. I probably just should have done something else today, but it is what it is. We'll figure something out. There's always something to do. Oh, there's a card. Let's grab that real quick. Always like my cards. We also have the KMS showcase for upcoming stuff this weekend, which is going to be pretty interesting to see. I feel like the fact that Kobe said that a bunch of mechanics got invited to the showcase means that mechanic is... I was correct in my guess. Which, let's be real, wasn't much of a guess. Okay, I'm just looking at the classes, and they seem to be focusing on the resistance classes right now, because those were the next ones to get the mass revamp before the whole debacle with the hero classes. They were like, nope, we're not doing that anymore. It's one at a time. But, like, they're the classes that need a lot of help. I just don't know what you would do for Blaster. Remake it. I think Bam got a little bit of a revamp. Blaster, I don't know if the Blasters would be happy with a revamp. That's the thing, right? Like, Blaster's a sketchy class to revamp because it's the Cadena situation of like the Giga Tryhards play it. So you don't really want to mess with the player base that already exists, unless you're Aaron, because screw Aarons. Still not over it. Okay. The wound is deep. Alright, let's swap over to this character. Let's make sure that we have everything done on it. It was the Cygnus remasters that were the ones that put the nail in the coffin. That's right, I mixed up. Heroes were all solo. For the well, there was like duos and stuff, but it was like mostly solo, yeah. Bop. Whoops. Okay, I almost went out the portal and lost some coins there because of trying to up jump on this character. Wow, that was that's not where I thought I would blink to, okay? I'll be honest there. Was not expecting that blink. It's kind of crazy how fast you can go through the like Cernium up and dailies. And then the Arcane River ones, for some reason, just take me forever to do. The fuck just popped up? Why can't I? Huh. Interesting. Tried to downvote something on Reddit, and it doesn't let me, which is very weird. Legion, coin cap. Claim! How many coins are we up to? Also, when are these expiring? 6:30, okay, well, end of the month. Fine, we'll eventually get another person there, and we'll eventually do the Kalos missions, because I'm pretty sure, we do it on most of these characters. Oh, we're almost level 51. Wait, does level 51 give me anything? Does this level up me 2 stacked? Oh, it does! It does give me something. Nice! We're almost gonna have maxed out skill cooldown reduction. Okay, well, let's go to the mobbing. Alright, let's see. Oh. Did I do all my bossing on this character? I have, yeah, okay. Did I claim the points on this character? Chaos What? But how old are those points? Why are they still there? It's interesting how they changed the reward system. Because it used to be you had to, like, do the character, and then it would just, like, lose its points at midnight. But now it's like you can, like, hold on to those points and claim them way later and stuff. It's, like, weird how to explain it compared to before. It's a lot better now, I will say that. Like, you can just actually cap your points pretty quickly each month because of the change. So I'm much happier with the change, but it was, like, never really announced in the patch notes, I don't think. Or if it was, I definitely missed it when that happened. They were going to make it easier to get your Maple Reward points each month. Which I'm all for it. Though you need big accounts to be able to maximize it. Or do you? I don't know how many... I guess what, 30k points a month you can make? I don't actually know how much is the cap per month. So maybe you could do it with one character, but... I don't know. Never really paid attention to it. I'm always capped before the month ends because I just do it on multiple characters. Okay, let's see. How many of these am I at in these glorious graduations? I gotta check that. Oh, hello things. Oh, it's the daily gift. It's a Terror Burn or VIP boosters. I wonder what I'm gonna claim. You know, tomorrow I might go on a journey of monster collection to get 18 monsters to just have 600 and be done with that. I do need to do something tomorrow on stream, so could be a fun little meme goal. Might also have to grind a bit because the mob count's missing quite a bit if we look. We're going to hit like 40k today, which means I'm missing 20k mobs, and that's a little bit of grinding needed. Definitely not doing that on stream though, because we are cooking right now in this room, so get some stuff done, but it's probably not going to be that much longer of a stream, you know? It's going to be like a 2-hour stream, 3-hour stream today. It sucks that all the games like are revealed at the games trailer stuff is like all coming out next year. There was nothing really coming out this year. Hello, Yorkie Pudding. What are you up to? How you doing on this scorcher of a day where I live? Hopefully, you know, it's nice where you're living right now and it's not 30 degrees while you're just sitting in your room. Or wherever you are. So it's fairly dark here. It was a nice day at least. At least there's that, you know? Yeah, I have 2-3 more days of like some pretty high heat levels, and then it cools off down to a nice 16 and 17, supposedly. Hopefully that weather forecast is correct and that stays true. Educated guesses are still, in fact, educated guesses. You know, you're still playing the guessing game, unfortunately. Maybe one day we'll be accurate enough to just be able to predict the future of weather, but... got a little bit of a hunch that it's very far off from that one still. If even possible. Alright, that's another set of dailies done. Let's store some stuff here. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, that can go in, that can go in, that can go in. What's my inventory looking like? We're full. I see. Problems ensue. Just got back to the UK. It's been like 18-ish each day so far, so it's a nice change. Nice. Yeah, like anything from 10 to like 23 is fine for me. Higher than that, I start cooking, and I'm not very happy. Here, let's see. Is there anything I need an E-Pod on this character specifically? Just doing dailies now in Maple, waiting until the patch, I guess? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a lot of people right now, just kind of chilling, waiting for the patch to arrive. Recently got a first clear on H calling. Nice! Congrats, congrats. What's your main character? And I guess at the same time, I may as well ask, what's your plan for the Challenger World? Oh, this is the old Blackbean mark. I see. Do I try upgrading that to Legendary to get... Well, I mean, that's 20% with that. Bishop, nice, okay. So far, the plan is Paladin, but slightly tempted to make a Hayato for these. Yeah, I see ya with that idea. I feel like a lot of people. This is last level 15, so I can just like think about what if I need this E-Pod even. Ugh, these Absolab weapons. Completely useless to me nowadays. Every single character of all 5 pages has at least an Absolab weapon, if not better. So, yeah, no use for the Absolab weapons anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, my plan for Challenger World is I'm making a Lara. Why a Lara? Because the changes that made it so you can have your summons and buff yourself up and all that, and like not having the veins anymore. The veins are cool in some ways, but most of the time they were a hindrance. So, I'm just kind of happy they're gone. For the most part in my mind. I need to redo this character's inventory. Holy. Move that over there for now and do this. And then... You know what? That, and then just do like this. Why not? Sure. Oh yeah, I guess I don't need this angel emblem anymore, huh? This is like, I'm just going to use the Mitras. The standard, look at that beautiful double line of attack with a magic attack at the top. My life is always like that when it comes to potentials. At least I finally broke the curse and got a 3-line of attack. On the Wild Hunter of all things. Got a Mitra's Rage this week. One tapped it off Saren. And then instantly got rewarded with a 3-line of attack. Lynn got a 32, 10, 10. Oof. That's been my life story, though, with triple line of attack. I don't know how many billions I've spent on weapon emblems and, like, all that stuff. But the Wild Hunter is literally the first on my account to ever get a 3-line of attack. 13, 32, 10. Oof. Yeah, those are the painful potentials that you're like, well, I wish 32 attack didn't exist anymore. The 32 attack is the tilter line. I find like any other line rolling is like fine, but the 32 just, was previous. 1 second, I need a sip of water here apparently.
Face me if you are ready to throw your life away.
There we go. Voice is back to normal. It was previously a 13-13 magic attack and 10 normal attack. Oof. It do be like that with the attacks, though. Sometimes you just get unlucky and you're just like, I wish this was not how the game was, but it is what it is. RNG is RNG. How hard do you plan on going on the Challenger World? Oh, ads. Okay, okay. Okay, we're done here. Let's go to Captured Alley. Okay, let's go. Come on. I don't even know how I managed to double click that, to be honest. Okay, now if my ad break timer is correct, he should be out of ads now. Now, is that going to be correct for the ad timers for people? No, because that ad timer is not accurate. Always. To all the people. Welcome back. But yeah, I was going to ask, do you plan on going super hard on Challenger World? Or do you plan on just making a C10 mule? You're making a Legion champion out of that paladin? Or Hayato, depending. And I assume since you plan on burning something on the Challenger World like that, you're just going to get an arrow light to 210 on the right server and just have an arrow for Link and Legion purposes. Ah, it's so annoying when the arrow comes out. I'm going to have to redo all my bossing pages and stuff for everybody because they're all going to need to run the Sia and arrow Link skill now. Actually, how long is this Burninator thing I just got? You know, I got that Burninator. I might have a purpose for that little guy. 'Cause I don't think arrow comes with a burn, right? Like you have to use the Challenger World burn. Depends how much you like the character. Makes sense. Oh, somebody's pulling off the OG look over here. Got the OG umbrella look here with the maple umbrella. Oh, it's pixel armor. I thought it was just the sauna robe. Pixel helmet. Okay, okay. But still, the very iconic look outside of the gamer slippers. We got a Challenger in the last two, so I'd like to carry it on, but it is a decent amount of work to do that sometimes. Because this time you'll have to get to like 150 mil combat power at least, probably, depending on your class, to be able to do it, because you have to kill Hard Kai, which is a solo, well, it's always been solo for all that stuff, so I guess saying that's kind of dumb, but the new Challenger World exclusive boss doesn't look like the craziest thing ever, right? Like, it looks like a very good boss to just play, but you know, you're essentially having a solo hard Saren level of combat power and like investment. Which means it'd be a great C10 mule. Yeah, I didn't realize that the way to upgrade to 22 stars. Yeah, the 22 stars though didn't work in the way I thought it would, because it only gives you the amount of points for the hardest boss that you solo. So I thought you'd be able to get to 19 stars week 1, right? And maybe get to 20 stars and like 21 if you try hard at all the bosses. But when you look at the chart, it only gives you the points for the highest boss you killed, and it doesn't stack up. So like, if you're getting 200 points, that's 200 points, you know? So you need 600 for the first step. So the progression of the rental gear is going to be a bit slower than I expected. So we'll have to see. I was thinking I might be able to like Giga Tryhard and get to Hard Kai week 1. But that's not going to be possible. Because like, without getting the Challenger gear to at least like into the 20 stars. Yeah, you still have the Challenger like, or the seal thing from last season, which is going to make a return, which that was quite the item. You're going to have the Jenny Pass, but that won't work for Kai, because Kai's not a Jenny Pass character. So you won't be getting any bonuses from that for that, specifically. So we'll have to see if it's possible. Like, normal week 1 should be pretty achievable by everybody, because apparently normal Kai is like equivalent to doing C10. So if you can kill Vihila, you can kill Kai on normal, apparently. Which I think is good. So like week 1 doing Kai should be very achievable for everybody that's, you know, playing the game and trying. Welcome to the stream, Babu. Yeah, apparently Kai normal is just C10 level. So if you can do C10, you can do Kai normal. And then Kai hard is equal to hard Saren. But the problem is getting that combat power to be able to do that is the big, like, how are you going to manage that week 1? Because you literally won't be able to level up. I guess, wait. Let me take a little bit of, we have plenty of time to finish off these dailies and not be worried about time. So let me go to the orange mushroom. Orange mushroom, let's pop this open on the stream here and let's inspect. Minimize this, do this. Firefox visual, correct thing, there we go. Alright, let's go to this real quick. Scroll down, or go to the Kinesis Remastered. This is the page. If we scroll down here, we have the Mystic Seal that's still there. We need the high item burning plus. So apparently for this to upgrade to Vihila Steps and above, you need the points, right? You need these Crests of Challenge consumed. So I thought the way this worked is that every boss you killed in here would give you their points and you stack them up, and I was like, oh, okay, you can get like 600 from just doing Vihila and stuff. That's not how it works. Apparently in the patch test server, the highest boss you kill is how many points you get that week. So if we look at it, it's literally impossible to get 600 points the first week. Because if you can get 600 points week 1, you're already soloing hard Saren. Because you'd get 1,000. So this is the problem here of doing this, is that you need to be able to do this bad boy to upgrade to 19 that week. Yeah. So like no matter what, whatever you end up soloing here, the second week you're upgrading to this step, or third week. So it's going to take a while before we get to the 22 stars, because you need 50, you need a lot of points. So it's going to be quite the long clear. Now, sure, you can do these in practice mode, and they are adding, like, there's more practice mode items that you can use now with this patch, because they're adding, like, the potion that's from Root Abyss that gives 20 attack. Um, they're adding the chair buff for 60 attack for the level 300 chair to the practice modes and all that, because you can just buy it now. So there is that, so you're going to be a little bit more powerful in some ways. But yeah, like you said, at least you don't have to do arcanes whatsoever, because you're going to get the 22-star gear, and like arcanes are just going to be something you stack up for after Challenger World. I think I'll be bored on a Giga Burst class. Yeah, Hayato is the pinnacle, like Kana is like right below it, but there's like a couple gaps I feel between Hayato and the rest of the classes with how it bursts. The other thing I'm curious about here is for this, with this like weapon potential tier increase to legendary. I'm curious if they're gonna change this to be better for us on heroic. Because obviously we don't get the bonus potentials and all that stuff that they get. So I wonder if we'll get a bit more juice on our upgrades compared to reg server, if we're just gonna be this is what we get also. But yeah, Hayato is Giga Burst and then literally Wet Noodle until Burst again. Like I'm not 100% about this, but I'm pretty sure from the Hayatos I've heard that it's literally just you do your burst and then twiddle your thumbs. Essentially is what you're doing. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. There's also this guy. Apparently the Paladin losing damage isn't as bad as it used to be. At least. I don't know how much less it is compared to solo. Yeah, I feel like Kana is not nearly like it's burst heavy. Yeah, so at least like Kana is like way more active the whole time. I like Kana because it's active. I would not be able to play Hayato. I'm not a fan of like the Omega Burst into I'm literally a wet noodle type of playstyle. I've never been a fan of that playstyle in any game, so it's just not me. If I didn't have a Kana in Kronos, I'd probably make a Kana. Yeah, my Kana is pretty fun. I'm really enjoying that class remake. It's a lot of fun to do stuff on it. Also, welcome to the stream, Smart. Also, the fact that it's still, if it's like 10 FD-ish, that's pretty rough on min clears. Used to be your old main? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people used to main Kana, and then the clunk got to them, and they were like, I'm done with this class. Got your Kana to 6 job? Huge! You got any fragments to get upgrading its masteries, or you just using it for good old Origin? Swap when they nerf their domain, to be honest. There's been a lot of different eras of Kana. Where everybody decided like certain eras killed them. I didn't have a 260 Kana till like a few months before, a month before the remaster, because there was the Hyperburn, and I trolled my friend in a way, because Billy had a Kana. It was his original main that never made it to 260, because this was the era before, you know, where 260 is easy to get to. It was like 255. And he kept talking about, like, oh, I gotta manually grind it up to 260 with, like, some monster parks and just do that. And he always talked about it. I'm like, watch this. I'm gonna use this next hyper burn. I'm gonna get my Kana from 200 to 260 before you get to 260. And lo and behold, I did do it. Yeah, Kana has definitely gone the short end. Well, it's been OP, 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 gets nerfed to shit, then it was broken, then it was like, there's so many different eras of that class just existing that it's like, I'm amazed that people stuck with Kana the whole time. But people did invest a lot of time into the Kanas, right? So I can get from that perspective, where it's just like, I've been playing this class forever. But yeah, that class, up and down, has been crazy. Yeah, the non-KMS thing nowadays is still a problem in a way. But at least right now we're in the era of non-KMS classes being OP, so the people who are playing them are like feeling good about themselves. Now will they ever get nerfed? We don't know. It could. We don't really know. TMS is like a private server though in terms of balancing, so them getting nerfed, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It doesn't feel like it. Yeah, but you can never say never, Smart. Because they might unintentionally get nerfed because they just break on our server randomly. Never forget that logging into a Kana might get you banned for a few days, for a while, you know? Never forget that Kana and Hayato have had bugs that just never get fixed. Yeah, but we just leech off TMS and KMS for our balance changes for their classes respective to their servers. So, the only thing that we're in charge of balancing is Sia and Arrow. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of... It's always sketchy to be a non-KMS class, because you just don't know what could happen. It's gotten a lot better than it used to be. Never forget the old days. But, you know, the precedent is still there. You know, the past has existed, and we must not forget it. But for right now, you know, I would say that it's a good idea to make those classes and play them if you want to be pretty strong. I'm second maining a Lin. You and many people on our server, even if they don't like support main Lin, and have it as a second main. I'm still salty about the Beast Tamer changes, because I liked Beast Tamer, and I preferred it to Lin. I know Lin's OP, but class-wise, I still preferred Beast Tamer, so my Lin sits existing right now. Will I eventually make a Lin? Probably, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. The salt mine's real. I have my track record of picking mains has never been the best. We started off as a Jet. We all know what happened to that one, okay? Then I was like, well, okay, Jet's getting deleted. I'll be a Beast Tamer. Welcome to Lin. Okay, okay. I was like, alright, that's not, you know, okay, sure. Then after the Beast Tamer, it was Aaron. Welcome to one of the worst D-Masters we've had in recent memory for class D-Masters, alongside with Shade, which is also apparently a D-Master. Okay, not going so good. And then we picked AB, which is the only successful remaster I've had, and the only one that didn't really get Omega obliterated in a patch. But yeah, the track record for me, not so good. Then after that, I kind of like quit the game for a bit, and when I came back, I made a Kinesis, which is 280. and I'm still playing. You know, it's getting a remaster. It's a good remaster. I'm excited for it. I'm sad that it's a month into Challenger World and not at the start of Challenger World, but whatever. I'll get it eventually. Happy with this class choice. Then Challenger World 1 was a Cadena. This Cadena is a class I've made 3 times on this account. One of them's deleted. One of them still exists here with some legacy items. But I really like Cadena. I just never put the effort in to get high enough and actually do stuff with it. And let's not kid ourselves, that class is hard to play. I still mess up stuff, and I'm still not perfect on it, and I still need a lot of practice, but it is what it is. Class is fun, I like it. Then I made Ren on Challenger World 2, because, well, I feel like the 90 percentile of people made a Ren on Challenger World 2. Then for Legion Champions, we have a Kana and a Wild Hunter, and obviously the AB is still here chilling. But the AB is going to get replaced by a Lara, of all things. I'm going to make this, not this Lara specifically, but a Lara is going to become my Challenger World 3 character. Outside of that, I've also played Kali, Corsair, and Aaron as boss mules. Out of these 3 classes, honestly speaking, if I could get them up to, like, C10, and it wasn't like a mountain to... Mouse, so you're alright? Like, what's going on? I'm just trying to click to highlight them and make them move, not double click. Like, if I could get them up to C10s and stuff, I'd probably do it, but that's a huge investment, and I'm still working on my 6 Legion Champions. You have your 6 Legion Champions, or you just have your 4 and you're waiting for them to release more before you work on, like, more Legion Champs? Oh, you have your 6. What ended up being your 6 champions, then? You said you like support, so we have a Lyn, we have a Bishop. You plan on making a Paladin, but that's just going to be a C10 mule. Or if you like it more, might replace. Do you have a BAM in there? Trying to think of all the support classes. Like, BAM is the one that I can think of. Lyn, Demon Slayer, Buck, BM, and or Bowmaster, and Ren. Okay, would not have guessed. Buck was a very old main. Makes sense. And BM was Challenger World 1. Ah, yes. BM was like the character that people made on Challenger World 1. I did make a BAM, but I hated the old altars. Yeah, you'd probably enjoy it more now with the changes they got. Yeah, at the moment in my friend group of people that are going to be playing on the Challenger World, there's somebody making a BAM. There are potentially 2 arrows, or now 0 arrows, because I don't know what Lucas is doing, because he doesn't seem interested on arrow anymore, because he doesn't like it, because it doesn't look that impressive, I'll be honest. And then Billy was saying, like, if it's not a good farmer, which arrow doesn't seem like the best farmer in the world, it looks like pretty rough, he's going to make a Bishop. So we have a BAM, a Bishop, a Lara, potentially, and an unknown. We have, like, a full support crew for when we get to 4-manning and, like, up bosses.
Between courage and carelessness, aren't you? Face me if you are.
Because, like, outside of having a Lyn, for our group, we have, like, all the major supports with BAM and Bishop. Now, Lara has some party support, but it's literally apparently like 3 to 4% final damage, which is not nothing. But compared to the other supports, you're kind of not as much. You know, you're not a support. Yeah, Bishop's always been, like, the de facto, like, you are this support class, so you get to do a lot of cool little things. And I find that pretty cool. I usually like playing support classes, but in Maple, that's not really held true. For some reason, I just don't like the Explorer classes. Even after all the remasters and, like, changes to them, like, I'm not into the Explorer classes. I don't have a single Explorer that's, like, really used. You're wondering why this Night Lord exists. I burned it because I apparently had a Ghost Ship Exorcist badge on it. And, yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I burned it to 260, and, like, I still haven't unlocked 6 job on it because I just don't like it at all. So it just sits there as an eternal, like, 260 Legion block, and that's it. Stride Buck is really good. I don't like Buck. And also, it might be because of the fact that my Buck pisses me off every time I log into it because of... Yeah. Notice the name of my Buck? This is probably why I don't like my Buck. Because it reminds me of something else every time I log into it. I have a little bit of hate for the Buck for different reasons than it being a Buccaneer. But I don't really like Buccaneer that much either when I played it. Ignoring the massive bias of hate that comes because of other reasons. Yeah, if we look at my cash shop choices here. Solo. Duoed with the AB, but the AB is getting replaced with a Lara, which in turn makes the Ren the duo cash shop, which is nice. So I have duo here. So no matter what, I have 2 classes on the same. Solo, solo, solo. Solo, solo, solo. I have managed to make a character that I like that almost none of them share cash shops. Wild. Hell, even if I add in the Night Lord, solo. And then the mechanic literally got hyper burned up for his Legion block. Maybe it turns into something, but doubtful, because I'd have to put so much effort into it. That was partly the reason I made the BM. Cash shop transfers, or cash shop sharing, yep. At the current moment, I have 2 vac pets on the account. I have 1 on the Cadena, and 1 on the Red. Now, unfortunately, it's seeming like we're not going to get any vac pets for Challenger World, like unlike Korea and every other server, which is Nexon. You guys are really stupid. Would you rather take a one-time payment of $100 or somebody paying their sub for $15 a month for their vac pet if you gave them one for free? Because I'm pretty sure people would pay a lot for their vac pets. I'm just saying. I don't know, those big companies sometimes make decisions for money that make no sense to me. But I'm not a big company, so I can't really speak for them. It is what it is. At least they're improving the rate at which we're getting the cash shop transfers so I can move stuff around more, but I love how everybody mistypes kinesis, by the way. It's kinesis. It's not kinesis. I just gotta point that out. I just gotta point it out, because I see that typing a lot for kinesis, and I don't know where it started from. Because a lot of people do it. It's not just like a one-off thing that I see. But yeah, I know Kobe said that on stream. And when I was saying what class needs the most the remaster, I did say mechanic is probably the class that needs the remaster the most. Telekinetic, kinetic, etc. Yeah. It's just funny to me because like a lot of people mistype it, and I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter because everybody knows what you're talking about. I mean, there's other classes that definitely need it too, right? Like, it's not a solo affair there with Dual Blade, Pathfinders, etc. Like, apparently Demon Avenger, a lot of people want a remaster for that one too. But at the same time, like, I think Mechanic is in dire need of it. If your class requires a foot pedal to play, there's a problem. I'm just going to be honest with you, there's probably a problem with that class. Because you essentially just need a foot pedal to perma hold down to shoot your missiles while you're doing anything. And that's not good gameplay design, I'll be honest with you. Not recommended. Okay, we got that done. Use these symbols. My closest character to maxing out all of its current symbols. It's still far off, don't get me wrong, but we're getting there. It'll max out soon enough. We last character of dailies for the day, then we go back to the Wild Hunter to finish off the bossing that we failed on yesterday because it was so hot and my brain was just melted at that point. And then we did V-Heal Up, and I died out at 5%. Because I forgot that the Wild Hunter has healing familiars. What do I think of the new Star Forcing? So, it didn't end up being the savior of like Star Forcing where you can just guarantee a 22 star. But I think it's a good change. I don't think it helps early and mid-game players that much. But I think for its intended purpose of late-game players who want to get to 22s on their like pitched items and their super rare items, I think it's really good for that. Which I think is what the intended purpose was, is that you can still progress as a super late game player. And for early game players, just use the stuff. I guess mid game also benefits a lot too. Like, it is, I think, intended to be used for pitched items, and I don't think Eternals are what you would use it on. I think the people who use it for Eternals is kind of like bait. Because I think Eternals are kind of turning into... I think Eternals are kind of just turning into CRA in a weird way, where like there's so many bosses that drop them and there's so many fragments you're making per week if you're actually doing the bossing for Eternals, that like, you just kind of got to get them up, and yeah, it'll be painful, but like getting to 20 stars on them and 21 stars to them, like maybe use it to get to 21. Yeah, like, I think it'll still be used on Eternals for some people, but I don't think it's meant for Eternals. I think it's more meant for the pitch, the brilliant pitched, and, like, those super rare items that you really don't get a lot of. Whereas Eternals, you get a decent amount of them. You know, it's not like... It takes a while to get them, but you can farm them. They're guaranteed. You can slowly work at them, and, like... I don't think they're meant for Eternals for the most part. Now, do I think it could be improved more and made better? Yes, but just like the Mystic Frontier and all that stuff, I think every system can be made better always. Yeah, and like for the people who have mesos to burn, not mesos to burn per se, but like, you know, you have very few upgrades and like you're just looking for these specific items to upgrade to 22. I think the system's really good for you. you can just finish items in a way, which is really good for you, those players. Now, like I said, I think it could be a bit better. Like, I feel like the thing is that everybody only looked at the initial step and the max rank step. We'll have to see as people use it and, like, actually think about it more. Like, are those reduced boom chance steps actually really good? You know, like, are they going to have their purpose? Because there is 4 tiers of it. And, like, the only discourse and only information I've seen is literally no boom protection and then full boom protection. Yeah, like, for the people who are super late game, I think this system is going to be useful for you guys by a lot, because you're just able to, like, tap up your items. Now, the other thing is even if you're not super late game, it does guarantee that you won't boom the item when you tap it. So for a lot of people, just that safety of mind that you're tapping the item and it won't boom, even if it costs more mesos, they might not care. The other question I have is, does this get affected by the 30% off on Star Forcing? Because if that does, that's massive savings. Or is it going to follow the route of safeguarding and not be affected by the 30% off? If so, it's not necessarily a bad thing though, because if the 30% off doesn't affect it, you can just tap anytime you want to tap now. Because you can just full boom protection and send it whenever without a care. Yeah, the current methodology that people are saying is tap up to 20, and then once you're at 20, then you safeguard. Yeah. So if it doesn't apply to it, which I wouldn't be surprised, right? Like, that's what I'm assuming is going to happen, is that it doesn't apply the 30% off, because it works essentially like safeguarding, so why would it? But we don't know, because until we get to test it, well, we don't get to see it. The other thing is they also made Star Forcing every 2 weeks now for SF. So that's also very big. So, like, no matter what, this system's going to have its use, right? Like, you're going to be able to tap the stuff. You're going to be able to do the stuff you want to do. You'll be able to progress. Now, is it still going to be RNG filled? Of course. I mean, it's an 8% chance to tap on the item. Do people think that's going to be easy? Hell no. That's got some variance like there's no tomorrow. But, at least, you know, you might get lucky. You might get unlucky. But you're able to tap and do stuff. And I think for the game, it's going to be healthier. We'll have to see in the end how it turns out. But I think overall, this is kind of like the pity system. You know, it's going to be very useful for a lot of people. And I think it's a good step in the right direction to making this game, like, not feel as bad for certain progression steps. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, if you use the system, you don't boom. Now, is it going to cost you more mesos? Yes. But let's be honest, for most people, mesos isn't usually the blocking point for a lot of people. It's usually, I don't have spares. Because I'm making like 60 bill a week or something like that, or like around that, I think, from all my boss meals and all my bossing I do. Which, like, for me, I am meso-gated. But that's because of the way I play my account. I'm tapping up 6 characters at the same time. But then I'm going to have 6 pieces of Eternals before the next Star Force event happens. So that's the thing, right? Like, but then there's no spares for those Eternals. So going above 18 stars on those Eternals is risky business for those characters. So theoretically, I could with this system. Yeah, 300 bill, you know. That's a lot of mesos. But not a lot of spares. Because we all know it's like 4 or 5 spares you need to get to like 22, if not more. So like, is it going to feel bad to spend that 300 bill and not get to 22 stars? Yeah, but you probably wouldn't have got it in the previous system either way. Yeah, 19 and 20 stars is definitely a pain point right now. The cost for that is omega bad. No matter what item. Like, the cost goes up so much, it's pretty bad. Like, I think for the people, like, I think everybody would be happy with 19 and 18 star being reduced in price needed to tap them. Like, at the end of the day, I don't think there's a single person who doesn't think this system is beneficial. That there's somebody making a benefit no matter what type of character you play or player you are. Even the early game players, like, you're not making use of it right away. Obviously, because, like, you're tapping, like... You're tapping stuff that doesn't need to be safeguarded a lot of the time. Yeah, but the thing is, the mid-game player might still make use of the system to just tap certain pieces that they don't want to boom. You know, and even if they don't make full, like, you know, maybe it's not the best efficiency and stuff like that, but that might make that player stick around and keep playing the game. Because at the end of the day, Maplestory wants its players to stick around and play the game. Yeah, there's always going to be variance, there's always going to be RNG. But I think the fact that people can use this system, and even if they don't tap, at least they didn't boom their item and lose progression. That might make them stick around more. Now we'll have to see, right? Because, like, there's obviously going to be people who will rage quit no matter what. No matter what the system's like. Because you can't satisfy everybody. Because the thing is, too, right? We gotta think about the fact that the Challenging World characters, right? Because, like, anybody who's coming into the game right now, like, I think my Lara is going to end up being stronger than all my characters on my account right now, once it comes off Challenging World. Because you have accessibility of doing Eternals with Kai. Now, sure, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but you're going to be doing Kai, and then you're going to be moving up into, like, normal calling, normal... a bunch of normal stuff. Where you're just getting the Eternal pieces also. So I think the power level that you were getting and just moving up towards, you're going to be getting a lot of, like, stuff that you're just moving past now and skipping. Especially with the 22 stars, because you're not even touching Arcanes on Challenger World. Now, you're going to open the boxes and make armor pieces for... You know, you're probably not coming out with a full set of Eternals off Challenger World, I'm assuming, but some might. But yeah, there's definitely some boss difficulties that are turning into, like, nobody really does them. So the thing about e-calling is that people have to solo it for their plasma hearts. So the thing is about e-calling is I think it'll still always have a little bit of a purpose. Because people are going to be having to solo that to get their plasma hearts. Now, you don't need to actually kill it on normal or easy difficulty and actual run. You can do it on practice mode, but still going to be doing it. You can run X-Lot on Kronos if you're claiming the heart in Kronos. Yeah, but I feel like when I think about this stuff, I don't think about the people who are already established. I think about the people who haven't, like, are new players, right? Because, like, for established players, we're going to have a different way of doing everything. Because, like, if you're established, like, for all the people who are, like, 9K Legion and just play daily story, they're trying to get the daily story players to be more into the game. They're trying to get the people who are seasonals to be into daily story players. And I think a lot of these changes are going to make some people turn into more daily story players. Not necessarily full tryhards and stuff, but like, they'll do a bit more now. Nah, looking forward to having a solo see Kalos next time we get those weekly boss coin system back. Yeah, I'm not at that stage, because my strongest character on my account, is it my Ren, or is it my Cadena? I can't remember if the... Either way, the Ren and the Cadena are about this combat power. 282.5 is about where the Ren and the Cadena sit. And that's with no Plasma Hearts and no, no, whatchamacallit, total controls. So, there's definitely a lot of gains to be done on these characters, because I've never went to 22 Arcanes. These are all 21s. They're getting their 18 Eternals. This character is sitting at 8-piece pitched boss set because reasons. But all these pieces are sitting at 18 right now. For the most part, there's a 21 Dreamy Belt there. And 21 Source. Hecate and Finish Your Eternals should be around 6 million, or 6 million. Yeah, he's a 6 million guy soloing Seek Hollows. What is this, freaking One Punch Man? But 600 million combat power. Yeah, I work like on my account very horizontal progression. I want to make, well, it would. Mouse, are you alright right now? Like, am I don't know what's going on. I'm like double clicking it, but I'm not double clicking it. It's like, is it just breaking? Maybe, I don't know. But, as I was going to say before the mouse decided to freak out on me, is that I like working on all my characters pretty equally. I want to make 6 Legion champions be pretty equal, so it's quite the wide project, and not too vertical. Okay, so the only boss I have left is the Kinesis, Extreme Lotus, and what I have to do on the Wild Hunter. So I guess we can go get started on that. We're going to put on the boss healing fams to do Vihila so I don't have any mishaps. It's like 206 mil at the moment with 2 SOS, 3 Dreaming Belts, 2 ETs, 2 Zerks, and Eye Patch in its inventory. Damn, okay. That's the thing, right? Is like, do I want to fund it? Kind of need the Meso for the main? Yeah. At the end of the day, it always comes down to, do I want to do said idea, or do I want to do something else with the Mesos? Holy, the inventory is full on this character. The drop rates of Eternal boxes from Kai is similar to hard mode Grandest bosses. You might only find 1 or 2 boxes after the whole Challenger World event. Yeah, but you're also working on the pities, right? Because you're getting the fragments from doing hard Kai. Smart. So, like, you might only find 1 or 2 boxes, which is fine. But you're also building up the pity from doing that on top of the pities from the other bosses. See, that's the one thing that the Koreans didn't talk about, is how many boxes they got from their Challenger World characters. Like, I don't think anybody's told. Yeah, he drops fragments also. If we go look at it, we can go over it right now. Let's go look at all the Kai stuff. Yeah, he also drops fragments and pitch boxes and drops mesos. Kai is the, like, you really want to be doing Kai. Alright, well, I didn't close the original crown update thing, so let's make sure that the Firefox visual has not randomly changed it. It did change it. That's annoying. Alright, back to this. Oops. Wait, this is the wrong one. I went to the crown showcase. I need this. if we go look at the Challenger World boss, Season Boss Kai. So, you get gold, you get mesos. Apparently, on hard, it's like 600 mil mesos a week. But that was the Korean mesos, so we'll have to see that's higher on us. But even at 600 mil for just killing this boss, it's not that bad of a mesos, because it's on top of all your other bossing. Unstable time fragments, which are the fragments for pitched. He's got the Eternal Time box and Kai's Eternal Armor box. And he also drops pitched items. And he also drops fragments. And it drops more fragments. So there's the two different boxes, right? There's the basic and advanced. Apparently the advanced is like 60 on average per box. And this is like 30 on average. It can go up to 200 in the advanced soul order fragment box. But right here, contains 10 unstable time fragments for one eternal top, or hat, bottom, or shoulder. You can get a hat, top, or bottom, or shoulder from the box. And you can get the shoes, gloves, or cape from the eternal instead of the time box. Yeah. I don't know how many you drop of the fragments. It's probably like all the other bosses where it's 1 to 2 randomly. And then there's also fragments. So like, you really want to get started on Kai as soon as possible. You're going to want to clear him every week no matter what, because even on the normal difficulty, he might not be dropping the pitched items, but he has a chance to drop, or not pitched, but Eternals. But he has the chance to drop pitched, even on normal. I've heard different things for the hard. It's been like 60, some people say higher. We'll have to see when we get there what it ends up being. But either way, it is incredibly important that you clear Kai as fast as like as much as possible, because he is super juiced for boss drops. Thing is like it's pretty much guaranteed that nobody does hard week 1 or week 2 even. Like week 2 might even be pushing it, but by week 3, you'll probably be able to do hard Kai. But you really want to clear this boss as much as possible. You guys say that, but the thing is, you need to be able to hold solo hard Saren. Equivalent. Do we really think Kana and Hayato are going to be able to do it week 1 with like 60 mil, 70 mil combat power? Essentially doubling their combat power to do it? Maybe it's that broken. We'll see. I'm going to try hard to make it happen for me to be able to do it week 1, but I seen an 80 mil Yato solo hard Saren and Saren's blinds. Okay, maybe it'll be possible. We'll have to see, right? At the end of the day, if it happens, it happens. But we'll have to see all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, rentals are going to exist, right? But you're still going to be limited by the fact that, like, rentals are not going to make it with your 18-star gear double up. Now, Hayato might be the broken class for Kai, because it is true. It is a super burst heavy boss. And he is, like, the burst class of the game. So, we'll see what ends up happening. Am I going to try to get Kai week 1? Yeah. Will I do it? We'll see. It might be possible. Kind of annoying with Kai in Challenger World. I mean, Electric Star and Kronos. Yeah, I'm only doing normal Malefic at best, and I don't even know if I'm going to be doing it right away. Because I don't know if the people are going to want to try hard more on Challenger World or do that. So that is a thing. I'll have to see what ends up happening there. The only boss that you're not going to like on Yato is Will. Yeah, I mean, that's like... Let's be real. Even if you're good at that boss, nobody really likes that boss. Will is like the most annoying of the bosses for most people. Oh shit, I can level up another one of these. I'm pretty sure it's this that I have to level up. Alright, did that, and that means we can use these two. Where are they? You're doing well on my BM. You're just gonna hate P1, P2. Yeah, at least they're making P1 a little bit better in the future, because they're reducing how many health bars he has in P1 in the future. It's gonna go from 3 to 2. So it's only 2 phases instead of 3 phases, which I think is gonna be a lot better for everybody, while still making you do the mechanic. It's just one of those changes that, like, yeah, you're still doing the mechanic, but now you're not suffering as much for it. Yeah, it's in the next patch, I believe, so it's going to happen later on. Or, not even the next patch. It was in their anniversary event patch that happened, so I don't think it's getting added to us for a while. Why do I have 3 different stacks of Power Elixir? Saren, calling changes were in that, and Kalos, yeah. All the changes for the bosses are in that patch, which sadly we're a little bit off of. We just hope that they sneak those in, which, doubtful, but hey, I can always hope and dream. See you later, Yorkie. Have a good night. I'll see you around when I see you around. I'm about to go do a V-Hilla that I failed on yesterday because my brain got cooked, and also I didn't do this important step of putting my boss healing fams out, and I didn't have these because I thought this character didn't have any. And instead it has actually a pretty cracked squad of healing familiars when I looked at it. 10%. 12%. And then 12%. That's a lot of healing I could have had for that boss and made that boss a joke. Would have saved me a couple lives and such. I think I have all my buffs right. Everything but VIP stats. Which, you know what? We did open this, and you know what? We'll just pop another one, because why not? And you know what? We used the collector last time. Let's just use a collector again. I don't care. 20 mil mesos for this boss. Why not? Alright. Step 1. Turn down animations, because Beho is one of the few bosses that I like not having animations on, no matter what. Okay. I see something wrong here. I see. We don't have the correct hotkey preset. Bye. That's not what I meant to drag off. It just... Yeah, now we have this correct. I forgot that I made 2 hotkey presets for this character. Alright, now we're ready.
At last, we can be.
Yeah, next week we definitely try to get a duel for this at best. Don't feel like doing these long kills with this character. I love my Wild Hunter, but oh, I still got hit by this. Rip Bozo. One thing I'm realizing is I don't have a mana gain in any shape, way, or form on my familiar, so that is a problem. I do need an MP regener of some sort, because this class does in fact eat mana like there's no tomorrow. Gonna play a meta game for the just for the meso grind? What do you mean by that? So you're making what? Might be a second Hayato for the Challenger World 3. I see. Apparently, Arrow's got a lot of bugs right now. People are we serious right now with what I just did? Well, Billy likes playing at this difficulty level. Yeah, I don't mind. Because I didn't really lose anything, like, it still needs 2 strings, it's easier to play like this, so I'm just gonna play like this, and it is what it is. I did the Wild Hunter thing where you try to micro-adjust and you screw yourself with it. Current one isn't quite ready to go to C-Kenny. Yeah, I mean, if your current Hayato isn't that strong in the first place, I think it's, like, perfectly fine. It's like me, if I want to remake my Aaron or my Kali or something like that, like, oh my god. Sorry about that, a little focus up there. Almost got obliterated by some bad positioning on my part. But yeah, as I was gonna say, if I were to remake my my Aaron or my Kali or my Corsair, like, I see, I didn't get mana. I can no longer flash jump because I don't have mana. I don't have a hotkey for potions. Put that on 5 real quick. Alright. Problems being solved. as I've been trying to say, round 3 of saying what I'm saying here as I fix the issues on this bossing. But yeah, trying to like play my Aaron, my Kali, or my Corsair, honestly, like at the stage that we're at, it's just better to make a new character on Challenger World instead of actually trying to do those characters. So in your case, if it's not even like a C10 yet, like, yeah, for sure, I would just make a Hayato if you're enjoying it and you think like that's going to be the play for you. Following the meta does not mean bad things. 241, yeah, for sure. Yours is like not even a character. Can't get there yet, and when he gets there, however, I'm gonna have an easier time progging him to C10 too. Yeah. Because there's a big difference between, like, even just having a normal hyperburn, like the hyperburn that I got on mechanic, like that doesn't set you up to be anything nowadays. It's just kind of like, you use that to say you have a character at 260, and maybe you kind of play it. Oh, I just messed up. I need to get a string. I need to get a string. Stat. Stat. No, I missed it. Oh my god, no, 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 no. We're not having this happen. Oh, okay. Just gonna destroy that altar. That's fine. As long as the next altar doesn't spawn right on top of me. Alright, we are safe. Be safe. Don't get hit by that instead of the string. There we go. Ooh, this Vihela is proving to be very troublesome for this Wild Hunter right now. Mostly due to me being incompetent on this boss right now and not actually due to class problems, but definitely a hands issue right now. Yeah, let's get some mana back here because we're at like half MP, which is not good. Oh, I say not good. I mean, it's still a lot of MP, but... Okay, we just play Dodge the Strings game. just get this ring and then just activate it instantly and get out of this. Oh, it's a ring. Hurry! Okay, and oh, about that, that's not very smart, right? Definitely not doing the best vehicular performance of my life. But we'll get it done. 28 seconds. I got a little safe here, potentially. I'll read those messages in a bit here. I'm just going to focus up and kill this boss because I do not want to have a repeat of yesterday. Though, today is not as bad as yesterday for the heat so far. I'm not like cooking and being fried, so, you know, going a little bit better on that aspect of life. But I'd rather not have a repeat because I'd rather not do this boss for a third time. Please and thank you, game. Yeah, rentals. I saw the word rentals, so rentals are huge. I wish that was a permanent addition to the game. I don't agree that they are temporary. I think it should just be permanently added to the game. But it is what it is. At least we have them. Okay, we're good. Here. Holy scythe spam, holy scythe spam. Oh, I got hit by that one. It's only a 15-minute vehicle. It's not bad, honestly. I did mess up this burst royally by using those things before. Yeah, because we're only going to get one activation now instead of two, which is stupid. Yeah, that was really bad. That was a terrible burst, but whatever. Hello, can I hit you? Thank you. Alright, hello dead. Okay. Yeah, the biggest gain from SF is how much easier tapping your SOS will be. Send a Dom Dawn at pendant to 22, transfer to SOS, tap to 22. Next patch, your bossing will be so much faster because of rentals. Yeah. Like, there's a lot, like, no matter what that new SF system has its uses, and I think a lot of people are going to make a lot of use out of it. I just don't think it was the, like, craziness that we were hoping for. But I don't know why we ever thought that would happen in the first place, but that's a different problem. And we get rewarded with just the mesos. Expected. Yeah, the nerfed rates is annoying, but it's 8% for every step, right? So it's not even like, it's weird how they did it. Okay, and it shouldn't take me 12 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but they made it, it feels like it's more of a meso sync than like, what just happened to my HP? Like, hey, pet, are you healing me? Like, what just happened? How did I lose so much HP there? You like never take damage in this phase, it feels like. Oh, shit. Oh, I don't have float. Oh, I don't have float. I can't jump over this for some reason. I just died. That's why my pet wasn't healing me. Holy moly, that's why I was playing on hard mode. Oh, you can if you jump high enough. I just wasn't jumping high enough on this character, so you can clear it. The problem that I ran into that I didn't realize and messed up was, I just died to this while trying to put a ability on my bar. It's going swimmingly right now in this phase. We, after a few mishaps there and a few dumb deaths because of me fixing some stuff and prepping some things that I didn't even think about. I gotta get a better hotkey for float. I didn't think about that. Also, I want to move this up to, like... No, 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 no. Fucking Jesus, man. I hate how people make text boxes like this, because it can't be 0%. Just let me type in 0, you goddamn imbeciles, and fix it for whatever I'm trying to type. If I'm trying to type 60, just let me put a 0 and fix it. I hate those boxes that don't let you do that, because a lot of things I've realized do that, and it's super tilting. Well, that just happened. Jesus. We're having a lot of fun in this boss right now. We're having some a little few difficulties, some would say. Okay, falling onto that little platform of this class kind of hard because you just run off the edge. Laser beams. Alright, while she's respawning into life, we'll clear this out. Do an origin, get through this. Reset has just happened. Did I forget? I think I forgot to do a check-in yesterday for the thing, didn't I? For the 6 check-ins a week. Did I miss one because of that now? Be pissed if I did. I just pressed the Windows, the home key, while trying to press shift and just spamming it because I messed up my jump. And the panic happened. We're having a lot of dumb deaths on Lucid right now, to say the least. The Wild Hunter mobility is very fun on some bosses, but then on stuff like Lucid, it's feeling a little rough. Am I able to use my 2-minute right now, or do I just DPM it down? 20% is quite a bit of percentage, though. Huh. I saw it coming, and I didn't react whatsoever. I saw it, was like, alright, I'm gonna duck this. And I don't know why duck even, like, entered my mind, because what are you trying to duck, Ring? You're gonna fall right into a path, just up jump, and you would have been safe. But, you know, sometimes you do indecision, so that's why you have extra lives, and that's why they give you, for some reason they give you 10 lives on Lucid. I've never really understood that. I guess old Lucid was way worse than this, so it makes sense. This is new and improved Lucid. That's not tear my eyes out and really hate life type of boss. Hear that. There we go. Be a little sad because we didn't murder her yet. Realize that I was correct in assuming I'd need a ticket for every single boss that I do, because this character just cannot kill that many bosses in the time frame I've given it. And Lucid down. Alright. Here's another ticket, then we buff up again for our good old friend Slimer. And we get rewarded with no Twilight Mark. Unfortunate. I was really hoping for a Twilight Mark, I'm not gonna lie. But my drop rate's kind of low for that, so it is what it is. Oh, I guess I can claim this. There you go. Alright, time for a relatively long boss. Oh, this is going to be awkward on this map. Yeah, this map's going to be awkward for this character because of the way it jumps. When we go down to put the blockers. Wow. The rock was landed. What do you mean it still hit me in the head? I call shenanigans. I demand a recount for the rock hitting me. That one's fine. That definitely hit me in the head. Oh my god, I just didn't die. I went down to 900 HP. It was really close, but we were able to... The potion went off before I died. Thank god. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. It's gonna be a long slime kill. I hate rocks. I absolutely despise the rocks with a passion. I'm gonna die out on this boss probably because of rocks knocking me and just causing chaos. It's always the rocks that kill me on this fight, nothing else. Ah, hi. Alright. Yeah, -4 hat is going to be real nice for this character at one point. Alright. Where's the blue? It's at the bottom left. Okay, bottom left. And now we gotta check for... It's gonna be yellow slimes or not. It's not yellow slimes, so just go like this. And we're good. And we chill and just kind of DPS. And this is slime and what we're doing for the next, like, 15 minutes probably. No, not 15 anymore. Gonna be like 10 more minutes probably. It's probably like a 15-minute kill to kill this boss. This character, I want to say. I think I just shot a rock into the stratosphere again. Pretty sure I just did that again. Yep. Every time. The hell was that noise I just heard? Some animal just made a weird noise. What the heck is this? Hexa, another bite. Oh, it's my stacks. Oh, the stacks last for a minute. Over a minute. 90 seconds, I see. Okay, blue there. And it's green, so we just put there. Rock there. Rock here. Okay, and now we go for another burst. My bind missed. What did I bind? I always question when I miss binds on classes that like cannot be targeted on stuff. Because it's not like I binded a slime. Or if there was a slime there, it died instantly. And we go down again. Let's see, where is the blue? The blue is on the bottom left. Oh. Oh my god, man. I knew it would happen. Okay, well that's fine, that's fine. Let's just put this here so it doesn't boop off this. Oh. Oh, whatever. One extra little loop-de-loop for it. I don't think that was the best way to do that. I think that was definitely bad, what I just did. Because I think I'm going to lose an activation, potentially. Yeah, that was definitely a misplay. The crazy thing is how fast I kill the slimes, right? Like, the slimes just evaporate for this character as for the Wild Hunter. That was bad. I hit that. I thought I was hitting the middle one. Or the furthest to the right one, not the middle one. Yeah, we missed the 1 minute, it's fine. Yeah, seeming like it's gonna be like a 15-minute run to do this. Feels like doing it on the Challenger World, honestly. Bottom right, and we have what type of slime coming down? It is green, bottom right. Okay, so go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Like this. And like this. Wait, another burst. Okay. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be safe or not. Yeah, we got the squad firing. Let's do this because I don't feel safe right now. Oh, I was not safe even with that little 3-second of invul. Feels bad, man. Alright, the final go down, I would imagine, because we did like 10%, so yeah, we should be able to just kill it here. Blue is bottom right. And it's still green. Wonder when they removed the pink slime from this boss fight. And why they never said anything about removing it. Because at this point, it doesn't exist. I refuse to believe anybody who says it still exists, because I've done enough slimes that I would have seen it by, like, existence at this point. In one of these long runs. And goodbye, boss. Flying dead. Great. And that's the bossing on Wild Hunter completed. I don't really want to ever solo this again, per se, on this character anytime soon, because it takes a while and it didn't feel super worth. Oh, we got a slime ring, though. Oh, I think I need those on this character, actually. That's like a pretty big drop, because I don't think I've been, like... This character's not been doing slimes, so that's actually a big drop. Let's go get a Kronos treasure real quick. I was too confident in my ability to get a Kronos treasure, and I got rewarded with nothing. Let's go do Golux and Arcarium while we have the drop stuff on, because, like, why not, right? That's a reinforced belt. Not very useful, but it's an item, I guess. Honestly, I should have done Arcarium before this. We already built up the pity for the Arcarium. We'll get a Dominator here. That's what we're going to get. Nice little Dominator.
Still blind.
Yay. We're actually done bossing. For today, anyways. No more Hilla's pet commands. I guess I did get technically a pitch this week because I got a black heart on this character. I guess we can go around and use up some of this stuff that we got. Actually, speaking of which, yeah, we got the item drop one, but do we have a real one? Oh, we don't have a real one. Nice. So we do have a Guardian Angel ring we can use. Now, the thing is, this is already 17 star on this one, so we could turn this one into drop one. So, hey, you know I was asking about that 50% scroll that was somewhere? It's not on this character, is it? Did I put it in the storage, or did I not put it in the storage? I did not put it in the storage. Okay. Let's grab this. Was that on the Kana? We're gonna go find that 50% scroll, because it might not hit, but may as well use it if not. Because I can. Alright, no, it's gonna be on the... No, it was on this character. How the heck did you get a 50% scroll now that I think about this? I was gonna say, it must be on the Ren, because that would be the warning boss character, usually. But no, it was on the Kana. I don't know how I got that, but sure, we'll take it. I got some 50% scrolls there that we can try also. If this one doesn't work, you never know. Didn't work. But didn't work. And it worked. Okay, at least one of them worked. Nice. Now we use this, get it up to unique, then we're going to try and get this to legendary. Surely it doesn't fail all these unique cubes, because that would be, I mean, it's always possible, but I would rather not, right? I wish the auto cube and the auto flame system was coming in this patch too, but that's a future patch. We'll eventually have those systems, though. Alright, nice. Now I need to open the storage room. Do we have more of these? Yeah, we have some cubes here. Let's use these up. Alright, we've got... Got some chances here to tier up these free cubes. Didn't work. Alright, well, we got these bright cubes that we can use. Let's hope that these hit. You never know. Technically, those are the same as the ones I'd buy from the Meso shop, so we hope that we hit. Alright, good. Nice, we hit. So now we're going to use the blue cubes to try and roll this into something. We'll see what we get. Item drop, item drop, item... No item drop, alright. Wait, why am I using this as a damage ring? I don't even use it anymore. Okay. So we need to reroll this ring too. This ring needs to be rerolled also to item drop. But first, we roll this guy into a damage ring now. Well, if I was strength, I'd be very happy right now, but I'm not strength. That's technically 2 lines with luck. It's pretty... No, I want to... Oh, okay, well, hey, we're done. That's simple. Okay, now we're rerolling this bad boy into a drop ring of some sort. If it rolls double drop, I'm not going to be mad, but ideally just 1 line of drop pretty early on into the process would be nice. 1 line of double drop, or 1 line of item drop. There we go, we've achieved the goal, so now we have more item drop rate for this character. That's item drop rate, that's item drop rate. This is being used for the DPS gear sets, so we still need a ring to replace that, which... I don't know what ring is going to replace that. Does it hit? I mean, it hit something, but it didn't hit the right thing. Come on, hit the legendary. It didn't hit the legendary. Item drop, item drop, item drop, item drop. Item drop, item drop, item drop, item drop. Missing this item drop and missing this item drop. So we gotta get those item drops. Just get that done real quick. Chris, nope, nope, nope. Cube shop. 20 cubes, why not? Because if we have any of those cubes left over, we'll just use them to try and get 2 line crit damage. Alright, give me the line that we're looking for, which is a beautiful, beautiful... Don't care about stats, but we want legendary at the top, not unique. Okay? Okay, that's what we're looking for. Come on. You can do it. 1 more cube. That's all it takes? Nope. No legendary. That's why I hate doing it on a Mechanator, because it just feels so bad to do it on a Mechanator. There we go. Jesus. Alright, let's use some more cubes and get item drop rate. 20% is the only thing we're looking for. There we go. Good enough. With that, we now have 160% from items, which is what we're looking at because we need to replace this. Because unfortunately we don't have event rings. Like, we just don't have more event rings. Like, this should have been an event ring if we had event rings in these events. I don't know why they got rid of them so much. It's kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Okay, so we can try to get this to be a nice little 16% crit damage. Oh, we got 1 line. And no 2 line. It is what it is. Eventually it'll hit. We have a bunch of blue cubes. So this is 21%, that's that. We're not touching that. That's 2 line, that's not unique. Oh, I guess I could have tried the legendary. Well, that's 18% stat. That's 2 lines, that's 3 lines, that's... What? Why do I still have this as epic? How did I not notice this till now? What the heck am I doing? Alright! Got a new project to try and level up here. What the heck was I doing? I didn't have my 21 Golux belt at Legendary. How did I not notice that purple barrier around it this whole time? It's pretty obvious once you notice it. Thing else either has none or green, and you're like, it's just purple. Should I have done all this stuff before doing all my bossing? Probably. Does it really matter at the end of the day? No. You guys, if this is like a bunch of decks, I would keep it. Because it would be better than a legendary potential on it, but... For now, we keep rolling. And see what we get. That's 1 line of decks. Nothing there. Okay, let's buy like 20 cubes. Okay, well, that's slightly better. And that's a lot better. And now we just roll for some double stat of decks. Or, you know, all stat and dex, some combination of 2 stat lines. Ideally, having the top line be dex instead of all stat, but you never know. It's 12%. It's 9%. That's double prime HP with a 9% HP line. What is my ability to roll Demon Avenger potentials? Like, if I was a Demon Avenger player, I'd be the happiest person on the planet, because I'm like, I always roll its potentials like nothing. Alright, that's good enough. That's 18%. Take that. And now we can try this glove again with 18 more rolls. Or should I roll for this, or should I try to upgrade something? I think this is probably the biggest gain still, if I roll this double crit, and I don't think it's that hard to do, so we'll just go for this. Might not be the best, but hey, it's what I've decided on. Oh, and we hit it. Easy game. That's 18%. How much is that? So 18% is still, like, it's, we'll just try to roll this up to legendary and see. The fact that this is almost better is very telling if this is not that great of a potential for this pair of boots. You know what? I'm feeling lucky right now. Let's buy another 20 cubes. Feeling lucky to get a legendary potential here. Come on, you can do it, game. If we don't hit on this, I'm done, though. Not buying more for now. Okay, well, you know, I was feeling lucky. I just didn't expect it to feel lucky like that. So we try to upgrade this. I mean, why not? Yeah. Didn't get the upgrade, but we definitely rolled a good potential. Dex, all stat and Dex, you know, I'll take that as a 3-line unique. It's pretty good. Alright, after some little upgrades here. How much combo power did you go up to? $64.5. So So we gained 4 million combat power from those changes. Just a bit. Alright, well that's that done. I think I'm gonna call the stream here for today, guys. It's just been really hot. It's cooling off right now, but I am sweaty. So I'm probably gonna go take a shower to just relax. And tomorrow we'll be finishing up the stuff. I've got... Oh, I guess I should check this. I did miss one. So I've missed check-in. Yeah, because today was... I missed the yesterday's check-in. Well, it is what it is. But I'm probably going to go do some grinding here for this. Get that done and all that jazz. Try to make my campus coins. Or I might just skip this, honestly. I don't really care that much about it. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. As always, if you're not already following on Twitch, give me a follow on Twitch. If you're on YouTube side of things, give me a like and a sub. And here's the Discord link. Does that work if I all caps it? It does. Interesting. I'm not sure how that would work out. But we will be back tomorrow with some more Maplestory, finishing up all the weekly stuff and all that jazz. Be doing the usual. Oh, let's see. Is anybody streaming right now? Not really, unfortunately. So no raid for today. So I'll just be ending like this. As always, may RNG favor you better than it does me. And may you have a good rest of your day, night, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye!